everyone. I'm just checking to see if I can go live on YouTube, Instagram as well. So be patient with me because the topic is very, very interesting today. Ooh, perfect. Okay. We can go live. Good. Okay. Hello. Everyone, yes, I see. I went online, live. Good. Hello. So hello, my lovely people. And today we are going to talk about the topic and the feeling that many of us have. I don't feel special. I have nothing to offer. I don't know what's so special about me. I don't feel important. And if I don't, then I won't succeed in this life. And if I don't succeed, then what's the point? And that brings us into self-sabotage, procrastination, all of the different things that are holding us back. The feeling of I am special, it's the expectations of every child. Everyone, and I would not hesitate but say that not everyone, but 98, 99%. We are only excluding those people who are born with problems, genetical problems, that they're not able to comprehend the world. But everyone else, every child is born with one simple requirement. I want to feel special. And if that expectation, that need, that feeling is not satisfied, it will be compensated in different ways when we grow up. So some people will decide that if I'm not special, okay, it's not for me. Being in the spotlight, being noticed, feeling special and important, it's not for me. So I'm not going to try. I'm just going to stay there in the corner. Some people will decide that they need to fight for it. They will try to feel special in any way they can. And some people will have struggles, suffering inside, that they really want to feel special, but they never did in the past. So they're like in between. I really want to feel special, but I don't know if I deserve it. I still didn't give up, but I also don't want to just, show up for myself. These feelings that I'm not special comes from a couple of beliefs. I have nothing to offer to this world. There is nothing unique about me. I'm kind of a gray, somewhere in the gray color. Not here, not there. And I will tell you, where is it coming from? And also another belief that I'm not important. I'm not important. And if I'm not important, then for a child, it's a very strong belief. And even for us in adulthood, when clients come to me and they tell me that I just don't feel important, but I really don't want to be important. It's okay. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be the center of attention. That doesn't mean that it's their natural desire to not be noticed, to not feel important, to not feel special. It's because they gave up long ago and decided that I'm just going to justify that lack of being celebrated in childhood. I'm just going to say that I don't want it. Right? So anytime, it's a protective strategy of the psyche. For example, if you might not have enough money, for example, you might feel, oh, okay, I don't have enough money. But in order to protect yourself and to justify, you'll say, I don't want it. Wealthy people are not happy people. I better have what I have. It's like, so there's a lot of coping and protective strategies. So in order to feel special in adulthood, when you're an adult, you already can make yourself feel special by yourself. You don't need anyone else for that. But you need to uncover, where is it coming from? Where is that feeling? I'm not, because when you don't feel special, you cannot make success out of what you love to do or out of what you want to do. For example, you might have a hobby. A hobby could be embroidery, or it could be art, but you look at it and it's like, there's nothing special about it. While there is something special about it because it's yours and it's a unique combination of your experience and your talent, but you don't see it like that. And so when you don't see it like that, you don't venture it into the world. You don't go up for it, whatever you want in life. This comes from childhood. This comes from childhood in many, many ways. For example, you as a child made a craft. And that craft for you, for your mind, for your 5-year-old mind, 6-year-old mind, felt very special. It felt good. It felt unique. You created it. You're only 5 or 6. A lot of things feel special for you. You come up with that art or craft to your parents and they disregard it. They ignore it. They say, well, this is garbage. We have sometimes these parents who might say that, who might not celebrate our gifts. Some people do, some people don't. So when you feel, you look at that craft and you're like, well, there is nothing special, but you're 6. You're not 18, you're not 35 to create a phenomenal craft. But for adults, it might feel, well, that's nothing. There is nothing special about it. And so we disregard. So when we were disregarded in childhood, when our creation, whatever we made, our talents, gifts, for example, you did something really well. For example, you had a really good sense for music. You could sing very well. But your parents told you, well, you can't make money on that. You have to be a doctor, or you have to be a lawyer, or whatever. And so you believe that, what I do really well, I can't be successful at that. It can only stay as my hobby. That's it. So all the best gifts we have from childhood, we consider it can only be a hobby. That's it. You can do it for fun, for entertainment, but you can't make a success out of it. So that's the first situation when we stop feeling special. Because who knows? Maybe if you were celebrated and you were praised on that, you would develop that skill and you would develop it to the point where it becomes very successful. Because now you know that people can make money out of anything. That's the thing. When people believe that I have nothing to offer, So what does that mean? That means that deep inside, you are devaluating yourself. You do not see the skills, the experience. You don't know how to combine your skills and experience, even if you are, for example, a stay-at-home mom. And you might feel, well, I have nothing to offer. I'm so outdated. My skills are so outdated. You can always update your skill, by the way, if you didn't know that. But at the same time, if you feel I have nothing to offer, you are going to stay where you are because you have a belief, I have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer to whom? Ask yourself. Who are those people that you believe you have nothing to offer to this world? Raising kids, it's a full-time job. You offer a lot already, but we devalue. So self-devaluation, and I don't know, like what I do is like it's nothing. So self-devaluation is coming as well from deep childhood, usually first 10 years. Some people will say you from 2 to 7. Some people will tell you from 1 to 7. Like it's different. Some people will say from 7 till 12. First 10 years, let's just say first decade of your life is where your sense of right. I have a right to be proud of myself. I have a right to be. I have a right for my own opinion. I have a right for my own expression. So all of these kind of feelings right there are established in the first decade of your life. And if it wasn't, which for many of us it wasn't, subconscious mind will keep showing you that this is what you need to work on, which means that when you grow up, you're going to feel frustrated that someone has their own opinion and can express their feelings and I can't. You're going to feel frustrated. That can be jealousy, by the way, to other people who are more confident, people who are taking risks. Whenever you feel jealous, it means that you're looking at something that you really, really want, maybe in another form, but still you really, really want it, but you don't believe you deserve it. So anything that wasn't developed in first 10 years can be caught up in adulthood. Like you can catch up on that for sure. You just don't want to do that sometimes. Very often, people can resolve a lot of things from the past. I would say majority of traumatic experiences, blocks, mental blocks, limiting beliefs, you can uncover, release it. But not everyone wants it. If you are commenting, I can see your comments, so I will respond to them all after that. So if I have nothing to offer, right, you are kind of blind to your gifts. You are blind to what you can do. Very well helps the coaching. Sometimes people just need for someone to show them, what are their talents and gifts. Sometimes you need just a simple coaching, life purpose coaching, talent, strengths coaching. Like there are so many. Sometimes you just need 1-2 sessions to understand, because you might have been blind to your gifts and you're like, okay, I have nothing to offer. And when you believe in that, you stay where you are. And where you are, you might not be happy with that. That's it. So ask yourself, am I blind to what is actually within me? Not to underestimate the importance of good skills, because usually you can make yourself feel special. If you haven't had that need met when you were a child, you can make yourself feel special now. And you can gain success in career, in relationship, whatever, in 2 ways. One way is you start mastering what you are already doing. So whatever you're doing right now, you master it. So you keep learning, and keep learning all the time. And you master it. You become among the best in your area, in your location, in your industry, in your niche, among the best. So that's how you can become successful. That's how you can feel special. Or the second way is you start doing something that no one does, which is like innovator, right? So innovator. So they do something that is outside of our mental box of beliefs, right? Like Elon Musk, right? Or someone like that. You start doing either what you haven't done before, like no one does, or you master whatever you're doing right now. There is always a growth within any industry, always elevation, always scaling. There is always something available. So one of my clients came to me with this like lack of self-esteem, and she's saying like, I have nothing to offer. Like I have been raising kids for decades. And now I just don't know what I should do. And I ask her, like, okay, what do you do at home? Well, I like reading, I like craft, I like art. I created and organized amazing holidays for my kids. I thrive at motherhood. I was like, why not use that skill? Why not help other moms thrive at motherhood? It could be anything. It could be anything. And I gave her at least 10 ways how she can develop that skill and make a career out of it. And she's like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, I never thought about it. But it really resonated with her, which means that you just need for someone to show you that blind spot that you don't see. Remember, soul has a blind spot. Just like when you're driving and you have blind spots, that you have to check and double check. The same soul has blind spots that need to be uncovered. It's something that someone else can see and you don't see it. Remember, we are driven by what is unconscious. Most of the things that we do are driven by the unconscious, subconscious programming. Of course, we won't see everything. We can't. It's not possible. So, devaluation, self-devaluation have nothing to offer, right? It's also a protective strategy of the psyche. Psyche will protect you because it's so, if I venture, if I show up with my gift or show up with my hobby or try to change the career or I ask for a promotion, that's also right. I won't apply for a promotion because I have nothing to offer. I'm not as good as someone else. You are not as someone else. You are a completely different person. So comparing yourself doesn't even make sense. Because yes, we might have a lot of similar beliefs, similar behaviors, but at the same time, no one has the same amount. No one has the same story as you are. No one has the same story. So sometimes people believe that I am not special, and if I didn't feel special in childhood, then there is nothing special about me now. Remember that most of the successful people, they make themselves feel special. They make luck. They don't get lucky. They make luck. They just work and work and work and work and work on their craft. They just develop. And that's how they feel special. You know, some people, some RTT therapist email me with asking me how I gained that success, right? How I have like booked schedule. I have clients all the time, right? They ask me how I did it. And I say, work, 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 study, work, study, practice, test, sample, fail, like all of these things. I made myself feel special. And that's it. I don't need anyone to show me that I'm special. I just keep working and mastering. I'm not doing something that no one does. I'm not an innovator yet, but I'm mastering and becoming among the best within my field. So no matter what you do, whether you are staying at home or you're an entrepreneur or you are a business owner, you are whoever you are, a beauty industry coach, psychologist, just mastering. And not like, oh, you know, I've already went to school for 5 years to the university. I don't want to study anymore. What you know is what you have. Remember, what you know is what you have. So if you keep learning and practicing and mastering, you're going to have more. And you're going to feel special. Another thing that sometimes people tell me is I am gray. I'm like a very quiet person. Like I'm not even noticed. I go to the meetings at work and I'm not even noticed. What does that mean? That means that you are not yourself. When I feel like I'm not noticed somewhere in the corner there, I stay away. I don't show up. I don't express my opinions. In the meeting, I just stay there, you know, very, very quiet, you know, whatever it is, I'm just going to be there. You are already not yourself. And people believe that they also will use that as a coping strategy. I don't like the spotlight on myself. Children love to feel special. They want to feel important and they want to have a spotlight on them. So if you, for example, want to have an Instagram page or a Facebook page, or you want to have your YouTube channel, or you want to be very successful at what you do, make familiar being on spotlight. Make it familiar because you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. You deserve to be in the spotlight. And don't lie to yourself that you don't want it. Don't lie to yourself because it's keeping yourself in the familiar. You don't have to be a celebrity or no, I'm telling you about being really, showing up for what you do. That's it. Every job that you do, showing up for what you do. Like I remember that I worked at Simon's. It wasn't a work of my dream, but I made it a job of my dream. I made it. I came to work every single day saying, I love it. I love it. I learned so much from this. I was like loving to merchandise, to do all of these things, to work with my sales associates. I loved it. Even though it wasn't the job of my dream, because I would come home and I would still have that feeling. I'm not using my full potential. Something is off. But I would wake up in the morning and I know that if I won't be able to enjoy this work right now, this job, I won't be able to enjoy any work. I might have a dopamine spike for 2-3 months. That's it. It's going to drop. If you are not happy where you are right now and you cannot find any value in it, right? You won't, even if you've changed the job and you feel, yes, this is what I want. This is what I really, really, I feel special. I feel valued. I feel noticed. That dopamine rush is going to only last for a couple of months. And then it's not going to be enough. Because this satisfaction, right? It comes from not knowing yourself, not knowing your values, your mission, your identity, your beliefs. This is where this satisfaction comes from, not from the environment itself. Environment is just the result of your beliefs. What you have is a result of your beliefs. So if I feel like I'm great, I have it means that you are judging yourself a lot. Lots of self-judgment. Lots and lots of self-judgment. I'm never enough. It's never good enough. And if it's not enough, I wouldn't even try. Why would I? So how you can work around it, how you can work around self-judgment, only by mastering what you used to love or what you love right now. If you don't know what you love, it's time to find out. And it's possible to find out. When people come to me, I give them, as I said, 10, 15 options of what they can do with their job and with their skill set. And they're like, oh, really? Really? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, really? I never thought about it like that. I was like, I'm not a pro at life purpose searching. I'm not. I'm just very creative. And I can connect things because I worked with more than 500 people right now. I can connect the dots. I can connect different industries and niches and show them something that might become a good insight and realization for them. I'm not a pro. I don't do any like soul searching, mission searching exercises. Not at all. The only thing that I do is I can connect things for clients. That's what I can do. I can show them what they can do with their skill set, even if they don't know what to do with them. Even if they don't even think that they have found what they love to do. So, and one of the most important limiting beliefs that is connected to I'm not special, there is nothing special about me, is I'm not important. I am not important. Who do you want to be important for? So you need to answer these 3 questions. Who do you want to feel important to? To the whole world? To your community? To your family? To your friends? Who do you want to feel important to? Because the only person that you start with feeling important for yourself. Because this is the harsh truth. When people tell me, well, I don't feel important. And I ask them, why should you? Why should you feel important? Who is anyone obligated to make you feel important? Does anyone has like this responsibility? I have to make Kate feel important. For example, if I'm talking about me, whose job is to make you feel important right now when you are 20, 25, 35, 45, 55? Whose job is to make you feel important? Yes, maybe someone didn't in the past. But the responsibility for the healing is yours. It's not on your mom, on your dad, on your caregivers, not anymore. That doesn't take off the responsibility from what they did, but the transformation and the work, the inner work is on you solely. So you can blame, you can make excuses, you can complain, you can make someone feel guilty as much as you want. But that will not change the things. So if you have a belief, I am not important, the first person you need to start is you. Are you important for yourself? Is your health important? Do you know yourself? Is your body important? Is your mind important to you? If not, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and see, am I in my good well being? And I'm not talking about the weight. I'm not talking about, no, am I looking healthy? Ask yourself, and you will know whether you are important to yourself. You make things important to you. And by making things important to you, something like health, for example, my well-being, my relationship, my kids, my parenting, my whatever, my career, when I make things important to me, my hobby, for example, my inspirations, my dreams, my crafts, my whatever, my sports that I'm doing, I make them important, I feel, yes, I'm important. As a child, right? Why things are so connected to that childhood? People are probably already tired of hearing that. But I'll tell you this, because subconscious mind does not know whether you're 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, or 45. It will keep protecting you until you doubt that. And you're like, oh, that doesn't work anymore. Let me change it. And then you change it. Whatever belief you have about yourself. So as a child, feeling important meant survival. If I am important in the family, for example, I have 3 siblings and I'm the fourth. And if everyone is kind of neglecting me, oh, he's like, this outsider, then the child starts to be afraid that I might not be important and I might not survive. What if I'm excluded? It's a very strong million years programming. Don't go against it. But as you grow up, right, feeling important, right, it's coming already from you. It's not based on the survival anymore. So you make yourself feel important. So how can you make yourself feel important? And that's how you're going to feel special. First, by contribution. How do you contribute? Is there anything, how do you contribute? How do you praise yourself if you make some contributions? For example, maybe using sustainable sources of energy. That's a great contribution to the nature. Maybe you are don't use plastic bags. Great contribution. Do you praise yourself on that? Do you write yourself a gratitude on the contributions that you do to nature, to environment, to friends, right? For example, I drove a friend to a doctor's appointment. Did you say thank you to yourself? I'm sure 99% of you didn't. You didn't sit there at the end of the day and said, hey, I did so good. I drove my friend today. I did a really good job. 99 of you, 99% of you didn't, because we forget. We thank everyone. We say gratitude, but we rarely say gratitude to ourselves as well. It's saying gratitude to the universe, saying gratitude to the nature resources, saying gratitude for all the things that you do, but to yourself as well. Hey, thank you so much, Kate, for doing this today, for example, right? So contribution. Think about what contribution do you make? If you're helping people, great. Do you thank yourself for that? Because that makes us feel special. That makes us feel important. Well, I'm important. I'm important for someone. I'm important for the community. I volunteered. I volunteered at a shelter, at a dog shelter or animal shelter. And wow, it was 2 hours on Saturday. Great. Like I'm contributing. Second, value. What kind of value you bring to this world? It could be, for example, you're working as a receptionist in a clinic, you're doing a customer service. Amazing value. Amazing value. You are parenting, you're a stay at home mom. Amazing value. Incredible value. You are, I don't know, a YouTuber and you're sharing your knowledge about something, how to make renovations or how to cook. Amazing value. Do you say thank you for that to yourself? Do you say thank you for you showing up and making that video, editing it, posting it? Do you say thank you for showing up every day on social media if that's your business, for example? We forget, right? So, value, contribution, value. What value do you bring into this world? It could be anything, could be the smallest things. But if you don't notice them, if you disregard them because the whole day was negative, then the less you praise yourself for all the things that you do, the less important you're going to feel. As I'm not praising myself, how the body reacts to that. How the body reacts to that. Oh, well, if I don't get praised, the body's like, well, then we are not going to survive. Like we don't feel important. That's how it happens. And then beneficial deeds, right? So, what are the good things that you make for other people without any return? And I'm not saying here, and I'm not saying here the inability to say no, and everyone is crossing your boundaries. And you're like, well, I just go and like, I just, uh, divide myself in different pieces and give myself to everyone, but not to myself. We're not talking about that because I didn't understand the full extent of that until I started to read more on that. Doing beneficial deeds mean that you are doing something for other people without any expectation. Very often we do things for other people with the hidden expectation. Sometimes you need to do something without any expectation. Maybe the only expectation will be great feeling inside of you. So that's the thing. So not feeling important, not feeling special, not having anything to offer is being blind to your inner world. Being blind, maybe lying to yourself. We all lie to ourselves, really. We all lie to ourselves about something. And it's good to uncover it. What is that? What is that lie that we are telling to ourselves? I'm not good enough. I still need to do more. Like, oh, other people have it and I don't, No, they're more lucky, than me. They didn't have childhood trauma I had. All of that complaining keeps you back in the loop of the vicious, like you're back in the vicious cycle. So I hope that is beneficial to you. Think about your inner world. Ask yourself a couple of questions. Who do you want to feel important to? Why do you need to feel important? Are you actually excusing yourself when you say, I don't want to be noticed? I don't need a spotlight. I don't like to be in the center of attention. This is one of the most incredible. I don't like to be in the center of attention. Lie. Because if you don't like to be in the center of attention, how do you want to work with people? Oh, I just want to work somewhere in the office. We are all social creatures. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up on us. Even on the biggest, most strongest introverts, it catches up on them. We are human beings. We are born for connection. Whatever it is, for connection. So if you say, I don't want to be a center of attention, it's because you never have been maybe in the center of attention. Or maybe you tried to be in the center of attention, but you were disregarded or punished for that, or yelled at, or you were excluded or bullied. And you decided, if I'm in the center of attention, it's punishment. If I'm in the center of attention, it might be like scary. It's dangerous. I can be hurt, like someone can hurt me. And then we are complaining why I don't have the job that I like, why I don't have the promotion. They gave it to someone else. Or why I can't open my own business. I really want it. We become dreamers inside our mind. And even that, we give up on dreaming sometimes. So please, you make yourself feel special. You make yourself feel important. And as you do that, you'll start to notice about yourself some things that no one has, because that's true. Go find someone like you. Your story is like a book. I have worked with more than 500 clients already. I'll tell you, there has never been the same story. Each story is so fascinating. It's like the whole book with how the body compensated, how the psyche compensated, how they make connection, they make insights. They are like, oh my goodness, I never thought it would be like that. Did you have, Kate, anyone like me? I was like, no, never ever had anyone like you. You are already special and unique just because your story is so unique. Oh no, my childhood is just like everyone else's. No, if I had at least two childhoods that were similar, I wouldn't be saying that to you. But never, never in 500 clients ever I had anyone with the same story. So that's why we get really frustrated at doctors. So when we come to doctors say, oh, you don't have all of these symptoms. Where are they coming from? The doctors don't know your story. Your story is so unique. So the body, physical compensations and adaptations of your body towards all the experiences, beliefs, patterns, and behaviors in your life are going to be yours, unique. There are some patterns, but it's still unique to you. So see your story, see your life as so unique because it's true. It's true. I'm telling you from my experience. And I'm still looking, Oh, will there be a similar story? Never, ever. Never, ever. Even though the beliefs might be similar, like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, but the story. And if your story is unique, you're already special. You're already special. I love you all. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You are not gray. You're not, you were not supposed to be in a corner somewhere in the meeting, hiding, not getting noticed. You have your own things to bring to the table. You have your own inspirations. You just haven't found maybe the circle of friends yet, the community that will be very similar. But you first need to do that to yourself, to appreciate yourself before you can find the community where you feel appreciated. Because no matter how much people are going to praise you, if inside you don't feel enough, you're going to be disregarding the compliments. You're going to be like, oh, now that's nothing. You're going to be devaluating your words and someone else's words. So it's all about working on your mind, kind of like I would say growing up inside. It's about growing up inside. I love you all. I hope I will respond to um, all of your comments. So love you all. Bye bye. If you need any help, you know where to find me.